Hey, what's up, guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. Well, I have some amazing footage here that was recently captured, posted to YouTube, of something caught flying past planet Saturn and the opening up of what people are calling possibly some sort of portal that appears as the UFO flies by. So this was captured by the Diversity J YouTube channel, and before we go any further and analyze it, let me just go ahead and play you this footage, and we'll talk more in a second. Check this out.
Well, hello there. It's a Thursday night, October 26th, 2017. We caught something really odd tonight over by Saturn. It was at 7:32 p.m. in the southwest sky. I was having a real hard time getting the camera to even focus in on Saturn. Because it was so low. It was really close to the top of this house next door, and you'll see in the pictures how low it was. Well, anyway, there was these ATVs, these four-wheelers that were making a whole bunch of racket, so I'm sitting there, just waiting for them to go by so I could start my commentary. And, well, there was this thing that showed up in 1 second. So it was in 75, there's 60 frames per second, and there's 75 frames, so it was like 1.4 seconds it showed up in. And this thing shot up from below Saturn. As it approached Saturn, there was a bright orange light to the left of it. Then as it streaked past Saturn, it looked like it was taking Saturn out. Saturn just kind of got obliterated, and it got further, it got past Saturn, and then there was a big flash of white light after that. It's just really odd, as you'll see in all these pictures. I've slowed it down, then I've tried to zoom in on it when those other flashes came in. And what's funny about the whole thing was, right before I even hit record for this, as I was just setting up and I was scanning the sky, there was this blue light that just flashed in and out of the sky over in the west. It would be pretty high up, a lot higher than the moon and Saturn was. But finally, as I was able to get into Saturn, all this weird stuff was taking place.
Okay, so is that not jaw-dropping? So again, captured by a woman who operates the Diversity J YouTube channel. She says that she is an avid sky watcher and who regularly posts videos of what she captures on her channel. And so on Thursday night, she went out like usual to film. She was scanning the sky, and as she was trying to manually focus at the beginning of the video and get settled into frame, unbeknownst to her, she captured something amazing and didn't even catch it until later on when she was reviewing the footage on her computer, where she witnessed, as you just saw and are seeing here, something out in space that if you blinked, you would miss it, captured flying almost directly in front of Saturn, to the point where you can see that as it passes Saturn, we have this strange ripple effect, almost as if there was a layer of water in between the planet and the Earth. But it reminds me also almost as like some sort of gravity wave that is created by this UFO as it's passing by. Many times we talk about how there are these force fields or magnetic oscillations that surround these UFOs that distort space and time. I mean, that's how they move through space, how they jump through time at warp speed and at faster than light speeds, by surrounding themselves in this sort of magnetic bubble that warps everything around it, even the fabric of space. Now, another thing to note, and what is even more amazing, are these flashes of light that appear as the UFO is moving through space, and what have been described as what look like portals, flashing in and out very quickly, and we see two of these things appear. First, when the object is just coming into frame from the right of the screen, where we see this red flash, and it does look like a portal. It's circular in nature. It has some residual, I don't know what you call it, plasma wrapping around it, sort of, this looks like a bubble almost, opening up in space. Very similar to what you see in sci-fi films, where you have portals opening up, and it would seem to be caused by this object. So here you're seeing the first portal, as we'll just call it, or portal anomaly that appears. And I'm trying to give you the best shot here. And as we go forward in the footage, we see the object go past Saturn. We get this very strange rippling effect, possibly the warping of space around the object. And just before it leaves the frame, we see another one of these portal anomalies, this time displaying a white color, very, very bright, but again exhibiting the exact same characteristics as the red anomaly, a bright light in the center, surrounded by plasma and residual distortion. And I am just dumbfounded. I truly am. I have to say, guys, this is probably the best piece of footage that we've shown so far this year. I mean, we've had a lot of great stories, a lot of great footage, but this is spectacular. This is unexplainable. And the object here is obviously in space and is obviously massive. Because first of all, if this was a bird or a plane or anything like that, even the smallest creature, it would be so massive because of the zoom level of this scope, which is on a Nikon P900, which is kind of the best of the best when you're talking about cameras with huge zoom features on them. It's an amazing camera and is widely used for astrophotography. And so she was zoomed in all the way with the camera. And the fact that we're actually even seeing this object at all, I mean, there's no doubt about it. This thing is massive. And these portal anomalies that it's creating are even bigger. And so what I'm taking away from this is I think we have some definitive proof here of these craft that are out there. There's been much talk over the years of unearthly ships and structures proliferating specifically near planet Saturn. The symbolism of Saturn itself, as many of you well know, is used by countless groups, cults, religious organizations. It goes back through history. And suffice it to say, there's just something strange and fascinating about Saturn that I think the ancient peoples of the world knew about. And do we have the first evidence of one of these craft that is not just some object flying through space, but that is exhibiting this gravity distortion around it, which up until this point, at least in modern science, has just been theoretical. Although recently it was revealed that gravity waves do exist and that space-time can be distorted. But usually in those terms we're talking about things such as black holes. But this is something completely different. This is, well, I think I've said it all. It's amazing stuff. And so are these portals opening up? Are they portals at all? Are they some sort of after effect from this object warping space around it? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, but I wanted to post this ASAP. I want you guys to head over to the original link, give Diversity J some love for capturing it, allowing us to share it, and if you want to follow her videos, definitely subscribe to her stuff. So, yeah, you guys tell me what you think. I'm at a loss for words. I think the footage speaks for itself. So with that, thank you guys for stopping by. Amazing stuff. If you never share another video in your lifetime, let's share this. Let's get it out there. Show your friends. Show the skeptics that you know, whether it be your parents or your friends. Let's start a dialogue. And I will be working with Diversity J in the future to feature anything else that she may capture. So stay tuned, stay safe, and I will see you all back in just a bit.